Hey kids, this is Jack. Welcome back to Harmony Point Zoo, my Planet Zoo franchise Let's Play. When last we left the zoo, we were decorating and kitting this zoo out for the pandas. So I think we're just going to get right back into it. I did deal with the trash problem off screen, so you can probably tell that. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's the elevation. It's, for whatever reason, the path doesn't like moving over elevation. Anyway, I did deal with the litter problem prior to starting the recording, so that's not a fuss. I've also dealt with the VIPs who couldn't be dealt with, and a couple other nothing major, nothing really huge. So, just right yet, let's for a couple of pandas. Now, checking the Zoopedia real quick. Yes, they've all had offspring and everybody's maturing. And giant panda. Okay. The giant panda, central China. It is Temperate and Taiga. Needs at least 900 square meters. We've got just over 1,000 here. Climate requirement is 0. Water requirement 0, even though I've put a lake in for the beauty aspect of it. Deep water requirement is nothing. 36 to 84 degrees Fahrenheit, and it needs a grade 4 climb-proof fence that's at least 6 feet tall. Now, it'll be there. Okay, group size up to 1 to 10. 10 males or up to 10 females. Basically, I'm going to try and get a mated, a pair, a male-female pair. Oh, that's not good. Here we go. But, if I only get one, then I only get one. Because, you know, that's fine. Okay, looks like we're just going to get one. And I'm utterly fine with that. Let's just go ahead and adopt him. Now, there was something I wanted to do before we actually put him in the, the habitat, and that's boost these walls just a little. It was always in the plan that these walls be made just a touch higher. So blueprints off, and East Asia theme, and stone brick. There we go. Now, I don't want to make them too much higher, but I did intend to have the back walls be a bit more, be a bit taller than the front walls. Ta-da. This is the good thing about having, as I said, the series of, in the last episode, the series of straight lines, is that it makes adding to the walls a little bit easier. Because what we also have here is basically a series of groups. So you can just, come on, really? You gonna give me that problem? Okay, this is where we shortened the grid. And there we go. Okay, now. Come on. I hate it when it's uncooperative. Okay. Oh, there was a tree. Okay, let's see. There. Now, what we want... we want the rampart of the stone top. I'm thinking we're only going to use the stone top. The rampart's cute, but I'm not going for a castle feel here. Wait. Yeah, you know what? No, I'm just going to leave it like it is. Just like that. Then we're going to come back around here. And then we'll do the same thing here, where we just bring that to there. Now, let's go ahead and put the panda in the basket. Sorry, that's a weird, freaky Silence of the Lambs reference that sounded a lot funnier in my head, and now I wish I never said it. But you know what? Hey, I have a weird sense of humor, so let's move him. Okay. Did I not complete? I thought I completed the barrier. What's missing? Oh, I totally forgot the front. Duh. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. I totally forgot that I had deleted this front barrier. That would have been embarrassing. Okay. I can't believe that. I mean, you know, old dopey me. No. I clicked it when it was over here, doofus. You can't, you know, you can't trick me like that. There. Now. Okay. Here we go. Oh, for crying out loud. I hate when it does that. I move it forward x plus 3 and it immediately jumps back to x and I'm like, no. No. Why are you doing this to me, game? Okay. And there goes the sun. Okay. Sorry I'm not actually talking much during this part, but there's not much really to say. We're, you know, past getting the windows correct. I should mention that I'm doing this at 3:30 in the morning local. A staff member has quit. I wonder why. I'm sorry. This is not an interruption. It's just I'm trying to figure out why. Worst job ever. I'm out of here. Money isn't really an issue. I've almost had it with this job. I can't believe they're still making me work. I'm too tired to do anything. Well, excuse the hell out of me. I'm sorry. I thought I was taking care of you people. That's a weird one. I've never had that happen before. I mean, I understand it can happen, but I wonder what, hard work. Well, they're vendors. Oh, you know what? I haven't done a lot of training. I haven't done a lot of staff training. Oh my God. That's probably what the problem is. I haven't done a lot of staff training. Well, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it, and there's a reason I'm not going to worry about it. And it sounds like a cruel reason, but it's not really a reason that's cruel. It's a reason that's grounded in the reality of the situation. And by the reality of the situation, I don't mean the reality of the zoo. I mean the reality of reality, the outside the game reality. And I'll talk about that in a moment. First, I want to finish getting this barrier done. Because having a rebellious staff is not going to be a problem long enough for me to interrupt building the panda habitat, to be truthful. Now let's try to put him in the... Should work this time. There we go. Okay. Now I want some rocks. Blueprints off. Biome is temperate and taiga. And I want a pretty big taiga rock. Okay, yeah, because what I want is not for this thing to go through the wall, but come right up against it, like that. And we'll sink it. Switch rocks. And again, right up against it. And then I'm going to put another one right back here, but we're going to move it around a little just so it doesn't look quite so cloned. I'm sure you guys know that trick. Okay. And then get another rock. This one over here, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. It's going to be, right up against, not necessarily all the way through, but right up against. Yes, I know about Wandering Vendor. He can leave the park now. Security, escort our disgruntled employee from the park, please. Okay. No, that's not... Okay. Let's try it this way. Rock, I hate to tell you this, but what I'm interested in you for is you're behind. There you go. Okay, one there. And we're going to swing you around like this. And then raise you up just a touch and put you in right here. Now, it's a little, okay. Alright. Keeper cannot reach. Yes, I know. I'm going to pause the game again. And we'll go ahead, just so we can say we did. Asian keepers. Asian keepers. Zoom, and I'm now instantly far, far away from where I wanted to be. Okay, Asian keepers. Not Arctic, Asian. Might as well add this to all of them, right? Okay, there's no facilities yet. Oh, for crying out loud. I've never understood why when you go to work zones it immediately puts you as far as you possibly can get from the area you're working with. It seems counterintuitive to me, you know? Alright. Let's deal with his habitat needs. Oh, for crying out loud, you have got to be kidding me. Alright, so he needs more space. Fine. That's actually easy to do here. So what we're going to do, since we're paused, is this. No, barriers first. Barriers first. Now, since the game is paused, of course, there's no, oh my god, the dangerous animal's escaping alarm, which is a good thing. Okay, I'm going to set it to about 5. We'll bring this. Back to about here. There? Yeah, I think so. Okay. Let's go ahead and smooth down some of the rougher edges. Alright. Now, the new barrier. You notice I'm not taking it to the entire length of the hill. There's a reason. All right. So back to construction, because now we need walls. I honestly thought that I'd calculated the land area correctly, but apparently no. Apparently putting the lake in kind of wrecked it for me, but that's all right. Okay, this is going to seem weird, but there's a reason I'm doing this. Obviously it's because I needed a height guide. Okay. Alrighty. The thing is, in order to keep yourself from just tearing your hair out sometimes with games, and I'm not just talking about Planet Zoo, I'm talking about all games, especially simulator games like this one. This is a simulator game, right? You basically have to take the attitude that mistakes are going to happen. Errors are going to happen. Problems will crop up. And what you have to do is you have to not let them drive you nuts. Because nobody's perfect. Nobody's going to get it right 100% of the time. Everybody's going to be, there's always going to be problems. So you cannot let it stop you. You cannot let it ruin your fun. Because if you do, well, that way madness lies. I keep turning it off. I didn't want that. I didn't want that third one. Okay. But like I said, that way madness lies. You have to accept that it's not going to be perfect. It's the Bob Ross philosophy. There's no such thing as mistakes. There's only happy little accidents. I'm not as cheerful as Bob Ross is about it, because there are times when I go, oh my God, I can't stand the fact that this just completely and totally messed up. But at the same time, I get it. This is just an opportunity to put some more things into, to practice some more, to figure out a new look, to figure out a new whatever. And it's going to be fun. Going to be just fine. Now, it is eating up time that I thought that I would be spending laying down rocks and plants. So this might actually be a 3-episode habitat, depending on how I feel about it once we get closer to the doneness point, if you know what I mean. I try to keep the video lengths to a certain limit, and I've been all over the place with video lengths, I know, but there is, like I said, a certain limit to them, and I don't go past that certain limit. So while I'm aiming at like 35 minutes, no more than, say, 40, sometimes I've gone 43, sometimes I've gone 32. It doesn't really matter, because for crying out loud, turn off the group, turn off the group, turn off the group. What do I got to do? I hate that. I pressed the button 3 times and it's not responding. That kind of thing does bug me. You know, I'm not bugged by the fact that the Panda needs more land area than I thought it would, but when the game doesn't do what I know that it's perfectly capable of doing, when it refuses to accept what I know is a perfectly legitimate command, that's when I go, wait a second, why the heck aren't you acting like you should be acting? Because that's just frustrating. Okay. Well, it's off by a little bit height-wise, but you know what? I'll deal. Bob Ross, remember? If I'm satisfied, then it doesn't matter. Besides, you know, nobody's perfect, and it always works. All right. Now, how much space do you got? Okay. Let's let him recalculate that space. Yeah, that's what I thought. 934 square meters out of 900 meters. He needs hard shelter, and he needs terrain adjustment. Too much short grass, not enough long grass, not enough soil. Rock is fine, sand is fine, snow is fine. Do they get snow? Oh, well. In that case, you know what I'm going to do? Okay. This is just the perfect place for it. Okay. Range, let's reduce that range a bit to say 4. And it's already set to 32 degrees. So we're going to let that chill off over here for a bit while we deal with the rest of it. Alright. Long grass. Reduce my intensity. I was advised to reduce my intensity. Alright, where are we going to put the long grass? You know where we're going to put the long grass? We're going to put it over here. You know, there's going to be a lot of areas here that are just grass. Soil. Yeah, it's reduced the soil again, but you know what? That's alright. Let's drop this size a bit. Realizing that the restructuring of the layout chewed up most of this habitat. Again, we're going to have to take this to a third episode. And I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that. I haven't even started in on the shelter or the plants. So Mr. Panda here. You know what? We're going to rename him. Ting Fei is a great name, but I'm going to rename him. Um, I know what I'm going to name him. I'm going to name him Tony. Tony the Panda. He's named after a dog, believe it or not. Tony was one of my favorite pets I've ever had. He was a true companion, and I loved him greatly. And he's gone. He died way too soon, and I do miss him even now, despite the fact that it's been probably close to 15 years since Tony died. So I'm gonna name him after Tony. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna move this to a third episode because we're not quite done here, and we're about to run out of time. So, as I still work on this one rock, let me just say that I hope you enjoyed what you just saw. If you did, please like the video. Let me know what you think. If you have any ideas, if you have any suggestions. I did, before we go, there is an announcement I wanted to make about it, and that is that this is going to be the last habitat in the Harmony Point Zoo. I am going to be continuing to do Planet Zoo Let's Plays, but as soon as we get the panda exhibit finished, the panda habitat finished, I'll be moving on to a new zoo. The reason is because this zoo's gotten big, and it's actually beginning to cause my computer to occasionally stutter because of how big it is. And that, according to a lot of other Let's Players, a lot of other Planet Zoo Let's Players that I've been watching, is the standard of measurement for when to start a new zoo. When your computer starts balking, it's time to start fresh. And that's fine. That's just a new opportunity to present new ideas. And I'm looking forward to it because I got some interesting ideas. I really do. I hope you enjoy them, and I hope you stick around and go on that particular journey with me, because I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be very fun. So, while Tony wanders around wondering where the heck his house is, I'm going to wish you all well and hope you're safe out there, and to remind you to be kind. As I always do, remind you to be kind, because the world could use a lot more kindness. It can change the world, folks. It really does. It really does. Kindness is the best thing. Perhaps the greatest thing. Until next time. Bye-bye.